Hey everyone, I'm Victor from Great Florida Insurance, coming to you live from by YouTube in Valrico, Florida. I want to get this right out to you guys because it's very relevant information. FEMA has released their 2015 changes, and some of them are pretty interesting and could have a substantial effect on the real estate market. You guys probably remember the Biggert Waters Flood Insurance Act of 2012, where the federal government, FEMA, Congress, came in and decided to make changes to the real estate market because they were losing a lot of money. One thing you might remember they did was any older homes prior to about 1980, they increased the flood insurance rates from $1,200–1,300 all the way up to $4,000 to $6,000 in some cases, which really killed the market. A lot of homes didn't sell. A lot of prices, values went down because of that. People didn't want to pay that much for flood insurance on older homes. One thing they've done, and this is also effective on April Fool's Day, it's kind of interesting that they decided to make those changes April 1st effective. One thing they did was they brought in a $10,000 deductible. It may help you guys on some of your closings to keep the premiums down in some areas that probably will not be flooded. And that's another thing they've done is they brought a lot of homes that were not previously in flood zones. They're going to reevaluate and bring a lot of them into flood zones. It's a way of generating more premium. So a lot of homes that are not on the water will be brought into flood zones. Homes that could be in Polk County, and then eastern Hillsborough County will be brought into flood zones and be required to buy flood insurance, which is kind of crazy, but that's what they're doing. You're dealing with Congress, and it's all just a rate increase. Now, one thing they will do will ease that a little bit is the first year the premiums will only be in the few $100 range, and then what they're going to do is 18% a year increases till they get up to the normal rate, which will probably, for most homes in this area, probably stabilize in the $600 to $800 range. So it's not awful, but it's just a shame that a home in Polk County or eastern Hillsborough County will have to pay flood insurance when they have a little lake in the backyard, but that's what they're going to do. The other thing is they are going to bring in a surcharge for every single policy, new and renewal. If it's a primary residence, it's only going to be $25. They are picking on non-primary residences, and they're going to put a $250 surcharge, policy fee, call it what you want, on all policies that are non-primary residences, and they're going to make you prove it, that it is your primary residence. That's the other thing they're doing. They're also bringing in a rate increase. They're calling it a 9.9% rate increase on the base premium. In reality, it's going to be a 19.8% rate increase when you bring in the fees and the surcharges that they're charging. Now, you have to be careful with that 20% rate increase because that's national and that's an average. Some areas could be a 5% rate increase. Some areas could be a 40% rate increase. It doesn't look like they're picking on oceanfront homes. They're not going to take an enormous rate increase. And the best thing to do is whenever you hear flood insurance, you're listing a home, you're selling a home, and you hear flood insurance, get me the address right away and any information you have. Email it to victor@greatflorida.com, victor@greatflorida.com, or call me, 813-381-3820. I'll get you rates. I can also get you flood determinations. If you're not sure of a home you're listing, if it's in a flood zone or not, shoot me the address. I will get a elevation determination on it and send it out to you. I've got multiple sources that I can confirm things with also. I've been writing flood insurance for about 25 years, so use me as a consultant. This is the first office I've had that's not in a flood zone. So I have a lot of experience on flood insurance. Use me as a resource. I'm going to send out probably another YouTube next month. I'd love to have suggestions. One thing I'll probably do next month is I'll probably do one on the wind mitigation form. Everybody's been dealing with those for maybe 5 to 7 years now, and you might want to know what's going on with those. So I'll do YouTube next month on that. And any suggestions, anything you guys want to know, always shoot me an email, give me a call. Thanks for your time.